Hi guys, my name is Oliver Eaton and welcome to Oliver Eaton on YouTube. Now you may be tuning into this because you may have watched the old video where I made championship predictions. That was before any ball kicked and before anyone kicked off, quite honestly. It was about a fortnight before Newcastle was against Fulham, I believe, on that first game of the season. Anyway, I made some predictions of the championship. Quite negative feedback, obviously, where I put places, and you will kind of tell once I put the table up and look at it. We're going to go through anyway all my predictions, what my reasons were, but most importantly where they finish now compared to my predictions. So here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what I did predict at the start of the season. Alright, here are my predictions there. So we have got a colour code system running on here for a quick look. So obviously green, I got the correct prediction. Yellow is the correct area of the table to 3 places, and red means I'm just completely wrong. So starting from the bottom, predicted in 24th Barnsley. How wrong was I? Completely wrong. 14th they actually did finish. I apologise to Barnsley fans. A lot of people talking in the comments about me writing off Barnsley, and I'm going to be honest, I did. I thought they would be straight back down, but fair play to them. They've invested well, sold all their best players, but they've invested well, they played well. And they deserved a 14th position there. The next two I'm quite proud of, actually. I think Blackburn Rovers always seemed a weaker side as of late. 22nd place they finished, of course, in that relegation zone. Got them in 23rd. Rotherham, obviously, were relegated. They had a really bad season. Again, I predicted in 22nd. I must have been thinking they had an inch of talent in there, but obviously Rotherham weren't good. And really for the other teams down there, we have Bristol City and Burton. You could argue Wigan should be yellow there, but again, it won't within 3 places. That was well, technically it was, wasn't it? But anyway, Wigan, Bristol and Burton all put there. Fair play. I did have an inkling Burton would survive. They did. Congratulations to them. But then the big shock, and I know this has got a lot of hate for it, was Leeds United in 18th. And quite honestly, you know, I don't know what I was thinking. I think really I based a lot of my predictions off last season. Leeds in 18th, very bad. They finished 7th. As a Huddersfield fan, you know, I do find it funny how they missed out on the playoffs. But obviously Leeds did have a good talent here. I think Gary Monk, I hate to say it, I think he's a good manager and could get Leeds promoted eventually if he isn't sacked. But Leeds in 18th, very bad prediction. Next up is Preston North End. You know, they're nothing too special in the end of the day. 17th place I predicted. They finished 11th. Fair play to them. Good season overall. They could be pushing for a mid-table next season, but certainly not playoffs. Then the next big shockers are 16th and 15th. 16th especially. Fulham, personally, I think will go on to win the playoffs. 6th place they finish, and then Huddersfield Town. And, you know, Huddersfield Town, let's be honest, I think most people had them to go down. I was very sceptic, being a Huddersfield fan, obviously. A bit of bias went in. I believed, and I'm going to be honest, when I put that there, I felt like I was doing it as a long stretch. I definitely didn't expect them to finish 10 places above my prediction. What a season we've had. 15th place there, completely wrong. Mid-table sides, though, Ipswich and Wolves, they finished in 16th and 15th. I predicted them in 13th and 14th, so I was expecting them to do a bit better. Overall, I don't know how they would fare if it's a good or bad season, but not bad there. Then the next 3 were completely wrong. Reading in 12th. No one expected Reading completely. And you know, Reading, they finished, what, 3rd in the end? What a season for them. Again, 11th and 10th. Nottingham Forest, they nearly relegated there, and they could have possibly gone down on that last day. I predicted them to finish 11th. I thought they did have a pretty good start, but obviously quite weak, and personally I feel they're kind of similar to Blackburn Rovers this season. QPR as well, finishing 18th. Then we're coming to Brentford, early place out. They finished 10th, but I predicted them 9th. Brentford, for them, I think it's good. You know, they came up as a new team a couple of years ago. They did well. They've done well again. Don't think they'll be pushing for the playoffs, but I think, you know, they're not a bad side, and they should keep in the league. Aston Villa, very funny team to predict, really. They finished 13th in the end, which was in the bottom half of the table. I predicted them 8th. I knew, well, I didn't know, but I felt that they wouldn't really make it into the playoffs. But, you know, Aston Villa, again, they'll be a hard team to predict next season. Cardiff City, I think most people expected them to finish quite high. But 7th place, I predicted them, which, yeah, is quite high. 12th place they finish in the end. Obviously, they had a really bad start to the season around relegation, but Walnut came, turned them around. 7th place prediction, 12th place actual finish is quite a way off. Now into the playoffs. I predicted Sheffield Wednesday to be in the playoffs, and they was sick for quite a long time, and I was quite annoyed when they moved out there because I was nearly right on the prediction. But 4th place finish gives a little yellow square there as well. I think Sheffield Wednesday, very strong side, and could be, if they fail playoffs again, I think they'll be in the playoffs for sure next season. And then quickly, 5th place, Brighton Hove Albion. Of course, they stronger this season, a lot stronger, finishing in 2nd place. I predicted them playoffs, so I got the overall area. Then 4th place, what happened? Birmingham City, 4th. I predicted that completely wrong. I think many people predicted them to finish playoffs. They didn't. They finished 19th. Gary Rowett sacked. They shot themselves, really. They fell down the table. Going up to 3rd now, Norwich City. Obviously, they finished 8th, so they missed out. I think, really, they didn't work things out how they wanted to. We believed, being an ex-Premier League side, they'll do well, but they didn't. So, 8th place. Derby County, again, I think they looked really strong going into this season. And I personally, if I am predicted for next season, I think I will predict them at least in the top 6 again. But obviously they changed the managers and it didn't work out. But I think the prediction, what most people got, and which I think was expected, was Newcastle to finish 1st. Meaning overall I got 1 prediction right. Multiple not bad though at all. There you go, guys. So what are your thoughts on those? Quite far away, I'm going to be honest. I was pretty crap. Birmingham City definitely, and Barnsley probably my worst predictions out of them all. Birmingham City 4th. What was I thinking? Then again, what was I thinking? Who knows? Because don't worry, I will be making predictions for next season coming up in a couple of months. But there is more football on this channel. Don't you worry. The season may be finished, but we're just getting started here on Oliver Eaton. We do have the kit show returned. Literally just came out the day of recording, which was yesterday. If you are interested in your local kits and how we review them, check that series out. It's called The Kit Show. We go through all the kits released in that week. We review them. We stick them in a chart, which are favourites or the worst. And it is a great fun. If you get in the comments as well, you may even get a mention if your team comes. But for now, I must say bye-bye to you. So make sure you subscribe for more content, football related or also gaming. And I will always be there. Funny last words, but then again, I'm a funny guy.